title, which is held up. And Bubba is the new U.S. heavyweight champion. So I know you'll want to congratulate Bubba when you see him. But right now, it's Bubba and a one-man gang. Again, Bill Ratsky and Mike Scott. And there's the shoulder knocking Scott down. Don't forget, our big main event yet to come. Kamala and Zambui Express will be teaming up. Bubba with a hip toss. And we will be in Austin with our television program on Sunday the 22nd. One of the big main events you'll be seeing there will have Chris Adams against Scott Casey for our television program next week. Gary Hart.
I just want to say something. Number one, you're out here throwing all these bouquets at the one-man gang and Big Bubba, and they're out here beating up two guys right at 300 pounds. Well, let me say this to you. The 22nd, Sunday night, Austin, Texas. I would like to offer this guy, Ratsky, and this big boy, Mike Scott Stone, whatever his name is, and I make you a bet. The 22nd in Austin, you get them to show up. Bruiser Brody will beat them both, and beat them both quicker than the two of these guys can get the job done. And if they don't, I'll give an extra grand. That's what I think of Big Bubba, and that's what I think of one man.
Oh, look at this train.
Oh, very impressed.
Look at the one-man gang and Big Bubba. You ought to be,
well, why don't you
like to do that to you.
Why don't you look at the head of the one-man gang and see the face of this Big Bubba when they see Brody coming? When Big Bruiser Brody comes, they ain't so tough.
He caught him one time by surprise. There's a big splash. Wait a minute.
You tell me the time, and I'm telling you the price.
Here comes another big splash. Well, Gary Hart's leaving. I'll keep the time. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. They have double splash. That's 900. Kamala threw Duncombe into it, and they begin to pound. Oh, they're working on that rib area, which is already injured. Also, I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that the six-man tag team championship is the Texas Tag Team Championship. That's a six-man Texas Tag Team Championship is coming to Texas All-Star Wrestling very soon. Watch for it. And also in January, that big Texas Cup for 10 days in Texas. The Zambui Express in there now. Headbutt. Bobby Duncombe has been taking a beating as he tags out now to Tom Jones. Duncombe holds the Zambui as Jones comes in swinging. Tom Jones catches a big forearm from the Zambui Express. As he throws him across that top rope and he tags out. In comes Kamala. Chop to the head. The Zambui turns him around. Here comes the Zambui. Oh! They squeeze him between Kamala and the Zambui Express. There's Kamala's 411 pounds down on top of Tom Jones. It's all over. 1, 2, 3. Hey, there's that silver object I've been warned about that the Zambui's been pulling out of his trunks and using to punish wrestlers with, and it has come into the ring now. Very shiny object. There's no doubt about it. You can see it. He takes it to the top of the head of Bobby Duncombe. Akbar's already been fined earlier for his actions. $500 by the referee, and he's going to get some more here tonight. In general, those two men, 7:30 starting time. You'll see the $1 million man, Bruiser Brody, with Gary Hart in his corner, taking on the Ugandan giant Kamala, who will have Skandor Akbar in his corner. The American Force will defend their Asian Cup against Austin Idol and Killer Brooks and other exciting matches. That's 7:30 on Saturday, January the 4th, right there in Temple at the Mayburn Civic Center. You can pick up your advance tickets at the Mayburn Civic Center.
I bet the people in Temple, Texas is saying, I can't believe it. I can't believe that in Temple, Texas, Big Bruiser Brody's coming to town to beat up one of Skandor Akbar's henchmen, they like to call him. Well, you know what I like to call you, Kamala? A great, big, stuffed, overrated nothing. Because this time, you're going against the legendary Bruiser Brody. Somebody said that when I paid $1 million, I paid too much. No, I never paid too much, because what Bruiser Brody can offer me is carte blanche. And let me tell you something, Skandar Akbar. After Bruiser Brody knocks the stuffings out of this big black bear you call Kamala, I'm gonna go into the ring, and I am gonna wipe all that paint that you wear on your face and give everybody in Temple a good look. What a goon you are. And also, the American force. I've made arrangements for Tokyo, and I've made arrangements for the Cup. Austin Idol, Tim Brooks, Bruiser Brody. Temple, Texas, you ain't never had it so good, have you?
Texas All-Star Wrestling at the Mayburn Civic Center in Temple, Texas on Saturday, January the 4th, 7. Well, to all the one-man gang against Killer Brooks and Hart in the corner of Brooks. Of course, it wasn't too long ago that Hart was in the corner of the one-man gang.
Well, that's right. Oh, look, Brooks already takes off before the bell is even rung, trying to get the first punch in on the one-man gang.
Oh, and Brooks lays it in there. There's Brooks laying to the side of the head of one-man gang. He does it again. Killer Brooks and the one-man gang here on Texas All-Star Wrestling tonight at the City Coliseum in Austin. I want to remind all you fans in Corpus Christi that Texas All-Star Wrestling comes with the television crew as we go on the road on January the 2nd. That's on Thursday night. So come on out to the Memorial Coliseum as a one-man gang picks up Killer Brooks. Well, I thought he was going to slam him, but he picks up the rope and he's choking him in the ringside.
Killer Brooks and the one-man gang. One-man gang's already taken the match outside the ring as he threw Brooks outside the ring. Now Brooks hanging on a gang, getting back in at a chokehold on the Moon.
Well, the Big Moon from Halstead Street, Chicago, Illinois against Killer Brooks. Next week here on Texas All-Star Wrestling, you'll be getting a look at another exciting six-man tag team match. And remember that six-man Texas tag team title is coming to Texas All-Star Wrestling, so continue to watch for it. Killer Brooks lays a fist to the side of the jaw. While we're here in Austin, Texas, I'd like to say a special hello to Colonel Massey, who is the commander of Bergstrom Air Force Base, and I hope the Colonel's here tonight. And we want to thank him for support out of Bergstrom Air Force Base, and we're going back over there in January also.
We look forward to doing that. You were talking about the breakup of Gary Hart and the one-man gang. There's some interviews with one-man gang. He said that Gary's friends and Lewin's friends and ideas and perspectives don't meet with his own, and there was such a conflict there that the Moon could no longer continue with Hart. And the Moon has done some damage, in the past to Gary Hart. What with Mark Lewin. Gang had a shot at Mark Lewin. If he beat Mark Lewin in Fort Worth, Texas one night, he got 5 minutes with Gary Hart. But Moon jumped Lewin in a parking lot and used a piece of steel to batter Mark Lewin's head where he couldn't wrestle. Gary Hart had to put a sub-man in. The Moon won, and of course you saw what happened in Reunion Arena Thanksgiving. The Moon defeating Gary Hart, pummeling him in some 55 seconds.
And there's the Moon laying him across the head of Killer Brooks. Brooks bouncing off the rope. The Moon is fronted. He throws Killer Brooks over. Gary Hart cannot believe what is happening out at ringside. Now, there's the big squeeze. Here comes Gary Hart into the ring. Oh, and Moon saw him coming. He lays into Hart. I think he was trying to sucker Hart to get in there anyhow. He knocked him down. Now he goes to pounding. None other. Wait a minute. Here comes Bruiser Brody. Bruiser Brody is coming back.
Brody comes to the ring, off the rope. Oh, and a big boot, the foot right upside the head of the one-man gang, and Brody's taken over.
Brody come out of nowhere. He started pounding on the Moon. He saw the Moon take care of Gary Hart. Now it's Brody and Brooks both kicking. The one-man gang. Gary Hart is yelling to him. The referee has asked for the bell. And here comes Big Bubba. Oh, the Moon's newfound friend and tag team partner has come into the ring. Big Bubba. He gets a kick from Brody. He gets knocked down, Bradway. He gets knocked back into the corner. Brooks is putting the boost to the one-man gang. Brody Brody putting the boots to Big Bubba.
And it's all Bruiser Brody now. Brody and Brooks working over One-Man Gang and Big Bubba. There it is, the $1 million man that Gary Hart paid so dearly for.
Well, the $1 million man who made his first appearance here on Texas All-Star Wrestling last week is now making his second appearance here tonight. Here comes the security into the ring trying to get him out. Brody is tied up with the gang.
And Brooks and Big Bubba over there as they go tumbling out on the outside. The ring has collapsed, Steve. They've collapsed the ring.
The ring has collapsed, ladies and gentlemen. I've never seen that on a television match, but the ring has collapsed. I can't believe it. Oh, can you believe that? It just went down in the middle. Brody and the gang, Bubba, and everybody in there, they're monsters, and they're still fighting.
I don't think they're going to be able to break this up. They're sending some help from the back. Here they come, trying to break up these monster men down here in the ring.
There goes the referee throwing out.
Brody does that. Gary Hart.
Oh, Casey is in there. Here comes Killer Brooks and Bruiser Brody. There's Bobby Duncan.
Another shot.
Brody has him. Brody takes him, throws him into the drink. And ladies and gentlemen, Buddy Marino is in there. Brody being led away by Gary Hart at ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, the
tag championship of the state of Texas. And can you imagine 3 men over 300 pounds combining to make a team? I might add that the general gets letters, cards, telegrams from all across the world saying, do for me what you've done for Hacksaw Higgins, Zambui Express, Kamala. But remember, it's as simple as you Americans put it. You've got to cut the mustard to be in Devastation Incorporated. Now, I'm getting a lot of letters from irate fans and promoters as well about a shiny object that the Zambui Express...
I've noticed sometimes it looks like at ringside. Did he bring something out of those trucks?
Maybe it's a figment.
It's lacerated a lot of professional wrestlers.
Maybe it's a figment of your imagination. Maybe he isn't using anything. But remember, professional wrestling is not a game for patsies. It's a man's game. And that's why when you step in the ring in the squared circle with Kamala, you remember it to your dying day. The same goes for the Zambui Express. And the same for Hacksaw Higgins. It's simple as this, to be in Devastation Incorporated. I don't tolerate any losers. And these men, for example, Kamala has defeated Andre the Giant, Big John Studd, King Kong Bundy, all within a period of 10 days, and it's on record on the East Coast. And the Zambui Express, he doesn't take any quarters and doesn't want any at Hacksaw Higgins since returning from the Orient on that successful tour. He doesn't want anything but action, and action you'll get in Texas All-Star Wrestling. Right now, there's other business at hand, and I'm leaving.
Well, General, before you leave, let's pick up one